it's your girl, Chef Sheena, and welcome back to our third episode of Daily Bread. So I'm going to start y'all off with the refreshing word from the Word. And today we're going to go to the book of Jeremiah 29 and 11. And this is like my favorite one. So it goes, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." So I don't know if y'all familiar with the history of killings. Like when I first opened, we were constantly getting broken in all the time. And the last time they just kind of like destroyed my old trailer. So this verse came into my heart. Actually, one of my customers came and gave it to me in a picture frame after she had seen like our news segment or something, and she had brought it to me. And every time I look back and think about it, it just plays in my heart. Like, don't give up. Welcome back to my kitchen. So today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to make pasta from Chef Samin, one of her recipes, and we'll have the recipes in our comment box below, so you'll be able to go and make this amazing pasta. It's a ragu, and we're going to make focaccia as well. I did this in class a few weeks ago, and it was like so amazing. In case you don't know, I do go to school full time, and I have this amazing class, and it's called World Cuisines, and the chef is amazing. And she gave us this recipe, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So now I'm here in my kitchen, and we're gonna remix it. Well, probably not remix it, but we're just gonna make it in our kitchen. All right, guys, so we're gonna put the meat in here. I got all of mine mixed together. So you just wanna, I'm just trying to see how hot it is, because you wanna hear it sizzling like that, but I don't want it to pop on me, so. Yeah, because it says hot heat, and I don't want to get burnt. So, put your meat all in there. And remember, like, it doesn't take a lot of seasoning. You can do your seasoning at the end. Like when you got your ragu and everything already going. That way you don't have, you don't over season it. Because they want you to use the fats for your sauce. So your meat has fat in it. If you put like a stick of butter in it, like it just has so much going on. Your meat should have flavor to it already. Alright, so I just got done browning the meat. As you can see, I kind of chopped it up so it can look a little, it can be finer. It won't have like big chunks in it. And now I'm going to like strain it and then start making the sauce. Alright, now we're going to start browning the vegetables in the same sauce, in the same pan that you browned your meat in. Just pour a little bit of the olive oil on the bottom of the pan. I always like to start with the thickest vegetable because it takes a little bit longer to cook. So the carrots is the thickest, I think. So just throw those in there. After just letting your carrots kind of saute a little bit and get a little bit soft, now we're gonna add our celery and our onion. Alright, so now we're gonna work on our focaccia bread. And it smells so good in here with the vegetables, so I'm kind of doing two things at one right now, so bear with me. So you take your virgin olive oil and you pour it on the bottom of your pan. I think you need a lot. When I made it in school, the teacher was like, you need a lot, but you're the first person to ever use so much of that, so I think you should just coat the bottom of your pan, because it doesn't specify how much you use, but just coat the bottom of the pan. It's great. And then once it's doubled in size, just take it And the reason why I don't like to bake breads and stuff, because I don't like the stuff all on my hands like that. That's too much for me. But I try it. I try everything. So what you're gonna basically do is like kind of, it's really sticky. Let it stretch out in the pan. Like spread it out in the direction you kind of want it to go. And then we're gonna put some more wrap on it and let it proof for a little bit. Probably about another 20 to 30, probably about 15 to 20 more minutes. And then we'll poke our fingers through it, and then we'll put salt on it, and then we'll put it in the oven. So now that it has caramelized and it got nice and brown and everything, we're gonna turn the heat up a little bit. We're gonna add our meat back into the pan. Put our meat in here. We're gonna stir it up a little bit. We're gonna turn the heat up. We want to get this hot because we're gonna add the wine, and we're gonna kind of let that alcohol and everything kind of cook off a little bit. So that's why we turn the heat back up. So we browned it, and we let that the wine kind of simmer out, get the smell and everything out. So this is about what it looks like. So now we're gonna start adding the small ingredients. You have your beef. No, this is chicken stock. Sorry, chicken stock. And then I told you I had the lemon zest, the orange zest, the bay leaves, nutmeg, and a cinnamon stick. So we're gonna add all of that goodness in there. And then you have your tomato paste. I'll stir it up just a little bit. Kind of let it thin out a little bit. Here's the interesting part. I know y'all be like, Sheena. Okay, so here's the milk. The milk is an added fat. So what I've learned that to build your flavor, you add more fats on top of it. So the Italians like to add fats to their dishes. And that gives you flavor, so you're not using a lot of salts and like Tony's. Like I love Tony's, but as you see, I didn't use Tony's today. So it's building your flavors right here with all the different fats. You're using fats to create a flavor. Let's start on our focaccia. So spread it out in the corners. Make it fill your pan. So you take your fingers, you're supposed to be able to dabble it and make little grooves in it. I'm not a baker, but I get you there. Alright, so I got my little holes going everywhere. And now I'm gonna put some salt on it. It asks for like thick kosher salt or sea salt, but this is what I got. So, salt it on up, people. And remember, salt is a cooking element. So you're using your salt and your olive oil to make your flavors. So, we got our ragu going. We have our focaccia going. Now we're gonna make fresh pasta. So we're gonna make it from scratch. So get started. Okay, so you make a little pile. I'm just kind of like focusing on it because I don't like messy messes, because this can get messy. So you make a little volcano pile, and you need 2 large eggs, and then you need 3 egg yolks. And if you need more, you can add it. And it says you can have put a little water on it to kind of get it all to come together. So that's kind of like what I'm doing right now. So you just want to separate your egg. We did our egg volcano to make out, this is going to be our dough for our pasta. Finish like rolling it and kneading it out. That's pretty much all you're going to do. I'm not going to use like a rolling pin. I couldn't even think of it. I'm not using a rolling pin. We're going to use our KitchenAid to kind of flatten the pasta and then cut it. I didn't have the semolina flour, so we're just gonna have to wing it through because I couldn't find it in my area. Okay, so we're starting on the pasta water. So it's fresh pasta, and the season your water. I always put a lot of salt in my water because you want all that flavor to jump on your pasta. And when it goes from your pasta, it goes to your pan. But you don't want to overdo it. And the only way you will actually know if it's seasoned good enough is for you to taste it. So don't be shy with your seasoning. Alright, so we got our pasta water boiling. Our pasta has been chilled and is ready to go through our KitchenAid pasta roller. So we're going to flatten it out. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but you have like these different levels on your KitchenAid. So each time you send one through, you'll go to the next one, and then you go to the next one. So it goes all the way from 1 to 6. Well, it goes to 8, but we're going to get to 6. And then after that, we're going to change our attachments and then start cutting the pasta and then throwing it into the water. We don't have no semolina. Sorry. We gotta use AP. We gotta use old AP. Apparently that's only sold, the semolina in our area is only sold at the Ozark Natural Food Store. And I wasn't close to one. Sorry. Alright, so you just turn your mixer on. I don't know if you can see it, but it's moving around. And we're going to start off with our speed of 1. It's a little sticky, but we don't want it to be sticky. So you fold it back in. Like I say, you usually use the semolina, but I don't have it. Fold it back up. And we'll use it. We'll do it again. Alright guys, now we flatten our pasta. Now we're gonna turn our pasta into pasta. see what we got here. Now that we have did our pasta, fresh homemade pasta, our water is boiling. We season our water, and I already tasted. We're gonna put our pasta in there, and fresh pasta doesn't take that long. It's usually like 7 minutes, so don't overcook your pasta. Also, it usually when you make it, the recipe calls for semolina flour, but like I said, I couldn't find any, so it usually works better with that. This is our focaccia. It came out so beautiful, evenly golden brown. The bottom of it is brown. Can't wait to dig in. Alright, so we're done with our pasta because it just really needs to be al dente, because you're going to put it into your sauce and let it cook in there. And you're going to put butter on top of it. That way the butter melts into the pasta and the sauce, and it creates another flavor because it's a fat. Alright, so we're just stirring it up so you can get all those flavors in here. And it's okay if you get a little bit of your water from your noodles in here, because it kind of thins out your sauce, your Ragú sauce a little bit. So we're just going to put that on there. And then, like I said, you put the butter on top of it so it can add another flavor. You can look, if you can see in here, you can see the butter melting all over the pasta and the sauce, and it's just tying all the fats all together, just making it a lot more creamier, and just smells so amazing and looks really good. All right, everybody, we're finally done. It looks so good. It's our pasta Ragú with our ricotta bread. I can never say it right. I'm so sorry. But it looks so good, and it smells amazing. Like, I love the smell of nutmeg. And this one has nutmeg, it has cinnamon in it, it has bay leaves in it, it has lemon zest and orange zest. And then it has some amazing Merlot in there. So I'm about to try it and see how it tastes. It's still hot, it's steaming. That is so good. It tastes like it did the first time I've ever made it. And it's really good. Let me try focaccia. This is really good. And you can taste the salt from the top, and then the olive oil on the bottom. So I think I'll give it a thumbs up. Alright, so this week's winner is Tamzen Bryant, and I want to thank you for liking and subscribing to our channel, and everybody else that did. Keep on doing the good work. I really appreciate you. Tamzen, you can redeem your $20 in merch, or you can go to our food truck. You should be getting an email from us telling you how to redeem your $20 gift card. And also, I just want to thank everyone for continuing following me and watching my show. And before you leave, I just want you to know that you don't have to start off great, but you do have to start to be great. Have a blessed day.